This is Cody Lee of blackcatbooks.org, author of Rabbit Hole and Cruel and Beautiful. The Famitsu scores of Resident Evil 8 have come in, and they are positively shocking for a really, really interesting reason. And one that I think is going to be glossed over by the gaming community at large, because of course nobody's going to want to address this. Resident Evil 8 is the top-selling game of this week on PS4. The PS4 version of Resident Evil 8 is selling more than the PS5 version, which has sold like 6,000 copies or some shit. The rest of that list is Switch games, but the best-selling game this week is Resident Evil 8 on PS4. And I don't think the public really understands what this means. We are officially 6 months into the PlayStation 5 life cycle, right? This should be like around the point where like lots of people have adopted the PS5. They've upgraded. They've moved on from their old dusty PS4s and gotten a PS5 with new exciting games. But that simply isn't happening. What's happened instead is that Sony has put out a console that no one is buying or cares about. What's happened is that virtually everyone is sticking with their PS4s and buying all the newest releases on that instead. And I think that says a lot about like not only just the quality of the PS5 in general, which has been like a complete disaster from the start, but just there's no real reason to upgrade. Like, I've never seriously, like, in my entire life, right, 6 months, heard anyone seriously say that they were excited about the PS5. I think those days are over. I think we're at the point now where there's no real reason to regularly update consoles. Like, the traditional, like, 6-year cycle, I think, is probably going to extend to, like, a 10-year cycle or maybe even longer. Because, like, there's no real benefit to like having more and more powerful hardware. PC gamers can pretend that's the case, but fundamentally consoles are powerful enough where developers can basically do whatever they want with them if they have the budget, the time, and the resources. So what that means is that technical limitations are no longer really a factor when it comes to game development, and developers will continue supporting other gaming platforms. Switch has been getting more and more AAA third-party games, more than any other Nintendo console in recent memory, I believe, because of this kind of thing. The only thing keeping games like GTA 5 and other third-party games off of it is because of like traditional, like their traditional relationship with Nintendo and how they traditionally do not support Nintendo consoles in hopes of driving them out of business or getting a payout for support, which is stupid. What we're seeing now is that like people are now refusing to upgrade just for the sake of upgrading. Like there's no point in getting a PS5 because there's really nothing it can do that the PS4 can't do. The PS4 wasn't a very good console to begin with. And I think more and more people are realizing that and are turning against PlayStation.